Hi, and welcome back to another Rise video. Today I wanted to talk about the Constellations, which are the gods of the world, or exomoon of Elara. There's a lot of history behind these gods, or these constellations. They are self-made. There used to be people who obtained vast amounts of power and via arcane magic and technological advancements, and after this last war 1,000 years ago that rendered all the races falling down to Elara and losing that advanced technology, allowing them to travel to the stars, these figures rose to power, rose to godhood, rose to the status of being a deity, and they've been alive ever since. So today, let's take a look at the constellations. I hope you enjoy. So the first constellation is Dantalion, the god of life. Dantalion's primary desire is to bring passion and emotion to the people who follow him. Dantalion's represented by the element of fire, and he's also the constellation responsible for providing heat and energy to the exomoon of Elara. He's also primarily depicted as a flaming boar, one moment enjoying living life fat in luxury, and the next moment charging in his anger. The tenets of those who follow Dantalion are to live every moment to their fullest and to wear their heart on their sleeve. Dantalion's motto is that flames are all-consuming, ever seeking to burn brighter and hotter. Next is Baal, god of change. This constellation's primary desire is to see everything constantly changing and to seek out the ephemeral. The element that primarily represents Baal is lightning, and Baal is the constellation responsible for generating the electromagnetic field that protects the exomoon Elara against outside radiation. And she's often depicted as a gigantic, shape-shifting raven that lives within storm clouds and sending lightning bolts down wherever she pleases. The tenets that best represent those who follow Baal are first, embrace change when it comes, and second, do not be stagnant, always look to improve. The motto of those who follow Baal is heavenly stricken, fleetingly beautiful, terrifyingly powerful. Next we find Seer, the constellation of water, the god of tolerance. Seer's primary desire is that those who follow her would be compassionate and have empathy, and Seer is known for her own compassion and empathy towards others. As I said, she is the constellation of water, and she is responsible for filling the exomoon of Elara with fresh, drinkable water. She is often depicted as a large cloud ray, a manta ray that soars through the clouds, over the oceans and over land, crying over those she cares for and bringing rain as she comes. The primary tenets, followed by those who worship Seer, are first to always give someone another chance, and second, to seek to understand others. Seer's motto is that forgiveness flows like rain over all creation. Next we find Byleth, the constellation and god of order. Byleth's primary desire is for efficiency and logic, to be at the forefront and the primary thing that those who follow her care about. Byleth is represented by the element of ice, and she is responsible for cooling Elara's molten core, stabilizing the geothermal activity on the exomoon. Byleth is often depicted as a huge white tiger with fangs made of ice as she hunts for her prey. The tenets of those who follow Byleth are to first always choose the most efficient path, regardless of their feelings, and second, that death is inevitable and not to fear it. The motto of Byleth is that as the tiger kills to survive, so too must the frost bite. And now we have the constellation Morax, the god of justice. Morax's primary desire is that all laws and contracts would be upheld. The element that best represents Morax is Earth, and he is the constellation responsible for fertilizing the ground with the nutrients that it needed on Elara. Morax is most often depicted as a large golden dragon that slays the wicked and protects those who uphold justice and their word. The tenets for those who follow Morax are first, never to break your word or a contract, and second, never to let injustice go unpunished. Morax's motto is to be like a stone and do not break, for duty is as heavy as a mountain. And now we come to the constellation Asmodeus, the god of discipline. Asmodeus's primary desire is frugality and restraint for those who follow him. The element that primarily represents Asmodeus is metals and all forms of metalloids. Asmodeus is the constellation that brought all the precious metals and mineral resources to Elara, and he is most often depicted as a silver serpent that guards the entrances to treasure troves. The tenets that represent Asmodeus is first, to be disciplined and frugal, and second, to exercise restraint and not to indulge in frivolities. Finally, the motto for Asmodeus is that steel is only as strong as the structure that holds it together. The next constellation is Astor, the god of freedom. Astor's primary desire is to see that everyone would have liberty and choice to make their own decisions. And the element that most represents Astor is that of air. Astor is the constellation that purified the air of Elara and provided oxygen for the exomoon. Astor is often depicted as a winged monkey who sometimes plays pranks on sailors and travelers, whereas other times he will guide them to safety. The tenets for those who follow Astor are first, to never allow yourself to be caged or confined, and second, to never steal someone else's freedom. The motto of Astor is that when the wind doesn't blow your way, adjust your sails. The final constellation is Zagon, the god of security, whose primary desire is above all patience and to wait till the end of eternity. The element that best represents Zagon is the element of absence, or the lack of elements. Zagon is the constellation that helps to maintain Elara's atmosphere and protect the exomoon against comets, asteroids, and other debris. She is often depicted as a mysterious maiden, and most on Elara think that she has turned her back to them. The tenets of those few who do worship Zagon is to do not rush and wait until the time is right. And second, to always weigh the consequences of your actions. The motto of Zagon is to empty yourself and be patient, for haste brings only destruction. So that has been all of the constellations of Elara. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked this, please leave a like on the video. If you're more interested in other stuff related to Rise, the system that I've developed, or this world that I've been building on the exomoon of Elara, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below of what you're interested in seeing next. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Alex. Rise. Bye-bye.